Administrator Bridenstine chats with a couple of our astronauts, a massive dust storm on Mars, and astronauts at work outside the space station. A few of the stories to tell you about this week at NASA. During a recent visit to NASA headquarters, our astronauts Joe Acaba and Mark Vandehei sat down for an informal Q&A session with Administrator Jim Bridenstine and responded to some questions from the agency's social media followers.
How much time did you have from the time you launched until you docked?
The astronauts, who returned from the International Space Station in late February, talked about the station's role as a platform to help us live and work in space.
We have had, humans, astronauts on the space station for the last 18 years, 24/7, 365, living in this self-contained environment. So we recycle pretty much everything we can up there.
There was 284 roughly experiments that happened while we were there. So there's an incredible amount of science that's going on.
The cutting-edge research and technology development on the station is helping prepare our astronauts to take the next giant leap in human space exploration. The agency plans to return to the moon and eventually send humans to Mars and destinations beyond. One of the most intense and massive dust storms ever observed on Mars is affecting our Opportunity rover, but also presents a window of scientific study for 4 other NASA spacecraft. Scientists hope to collect data on the storm with our 3 orbiters, as well as our Curiosity rover on the surface. At one point, it was estimated that the storm covered 14 million square miles of Martian surface, about a quarter of the planet, and was still growing. During a June 14th spacewalk outside the space station, astronauts Drew Feustel and Ricky Arnold installed high-definition cameras to provide enhanced views of approaching SpaceX Crew Dragon and Boeing Starliner commercial crew spacecraft that will soon begin launching from American soil. The pair also worked on several other tasks during the spacewalk, which helped move Feustel past Peggy Whitson into 3rd place on the list for cumulative time spent spacewalking. Whitson, who still holds the NASA record for most cumulative time in space, retired from the agency effective June 15th. Selected as an astronaut in 1996, her 665 days in space included 3 long-duration missions to the International Space Station, during which she became the station's first NASA science officer, first female commander, and also claimed the title for most spacewalks by a female with 10. On June 12th, our remotely piloted Akana aircraft successfully flew its first mission in the National Airspace System without a safety chase aircraft. The historic flight in the skies over Southern and Central California moves the U.S. a step closer to normalizing unmanned commercial and private aircraft operations in the airspace, which could potentially lead to a variety of services, from monitoring and fighting forest fires to providing new emergency search and rescue operations. That's what's up this week at NASA. For more on these and other stories, follow us on the web at nasa.gov/twan.